Hi everyone, Missy Stegers, broker owner of M. Stegers Realty Partners. Thanks for joining me today, and a topic for you agents to consider is seller's disclosure notices. You might learn something here you didn't know before. So why is a seller's disclosure notice important to begin with? Number one is the seller's disclosure notice allows the seller to disclose what they know about the property. Why is that important? Because if there is a problem that comes up and a buyer has an issue later, then the seller has had the opportunity to say, hey, this is what I know about my property. These are the good things. These are the not so good things, and they're covered. They can't say you didn't tell me so. That's very important. Now, on the buyer side, it's also equally important for them to see a seller's disclosure notice and know just those things, the good things and the bad things, so that they don't get upset later when they discover something. Most people have a problem when they feel like they weren't told what was wrong. And as long as you disclose and they know, then they don't have such issues. That's how you avoid seeing each other in the courtroom. Now, the buyer's side of it, why is it important that the seller filled it out all correctly? Just for that reason. It's important that the buyer not sign it until it is filled out. So you as an agent, when you get seller's disclosure notices that are haphazardly filled out, don't put that you've received it. Ask them to go back, fill it out completely, and then have your buyer sign off on it. It's just good for both parties. And as a listing agent, you really want your seller to get it filled out correctly. So you need to be checking it and looking for the errors of where they missed filling it out. Also, as a listing agent, it's important to know what they put on the seller's disclosure notice so that you are aware of any issues as well. Now, something you may not know, it's not required that a buyer sign one. And from a broker's perspective, I'm going to tell you, if you have a buyer that refuses to sign a seller's disclosure notice, it is very important that you have that notated in your file. You want to have notated that you sent it to them, and you want to have notated that they refuse to sign it. That's also why you don't see it attached to a contract. It's not part of the contract. It's a disclosure. So, just so you know, they don't have to sign it. Is it in your best interest all the way around as a listing agent and a buyer's agent to have it signed? Yes, it is. Is it in a seller and buyer's best interest to have a disclosure to let each other know the positives and the negatives of a property? Yes, it is. All of those things are what keep you out of the courtroom. So thank you for joining me and letting me cover seller's disclosure notices. If you ever have any questions, you can always contact me, 210-305-5665.